the last week. Man, it was the slowest moving. Like I really thought it was a lot faster. Some parts it was pretty quick, but some parts it was just man. It was I worked the whole time. I was dying.
Right. But when you have a dual paddle, you can go against
Yeah.
headwinds. And single paddle when you're just cruising down the river and you're going with the current. That's what's nice. Yo,
Welcome to the show.
it's Florida Man. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I had to fix my audio. Oh, that is so loud. Why is
Nice.
that so
How you
loud in the
doing?
background?
Welcome
Good.
to the
Hi.
Raiders Unleashed show.
What up?
Yo, my second trip is going to be the Ocala National Forest. You neither?
I'm actually living in the Ocala National Forest.
Okay,
I'm literally like right here, bro. I'm right next to Silver Springs.
cool.
So yeah, hold on. Maybe this is loud. Hold on.
Ow, my ears.
Sorry.
What are you doing over there?
Sorry. It's like super loud. I don't know how to change my loudness on my headphones. Oh my god, I'm overheating. Hold on, I'll be right back. 1 second.
All right. So what do you think? Switch her off for a second. There. So what do you think? Like the differences are this year between last year through the players. Do you see more energy from them rubbing off? Do you see like a more tighter brotherhood, a tighter bond?
Night and day, brother. Like, we're looking at talent we haven't had in such a long time. I watched that Dante Thornton video today. He caught that long ass catch and was blowing past people. He looked like a freaking cheetah running. He was breaking time zone barriers, like gone. Okay. You see Ashton Genty in his balance. You see Besh, now that he has pads on, crashing into people's faces like, yeah, I don't care. I'm catching this ball. I'm going to break your ass. Like,
Right?
different. Different. We haven't seen this in a long time in Raider Nation.
Yeah, we haven't seen it in a very long time, and we haven't seen us hit on the draft like we have. I've talked about that. Probably so much that people are tired of hearing it, but the draft is if just Dante Thornton, junior fourth round pick is already showing if he's a starter, if Jack Besh is, in and out of there starting or not starting. And then you got guys like Caleb Rogers, who I was going to talk about. That was part of the show tonight. Caleb Rogers is making a lot of noise. And is she back yet? Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Caleb.
What up?
Tech, every round has not missed.
Yeah. It's looking like that. I think all these players are going to contribute, and for just to hit on 3 or 4 guys in the draft is huge for any team. But for a team that's not rebuilding, that's just retooling, right? We're just adding some more tools to our tool belt, so we can be efficient. To a team that's doing that, I think when you hit in the draft, like 3 or 4 players, if you get 3 starters at any draft, that's a damn good draft. And
What
I,
up?
be, I believe we're coming out with probably 5, and maybe all of them eventually. But by the time it's done, like all of them are going to play and contribute. I'm sure not all of them are going to be starters, but there's a good chance that 5 or 6 of these guys in this draft, and 4 or 5 in last year's draft end up, or even more that are still on the team from last year, could all end up, starters or big role contributors on this team.
Well, Coupon Tom got us a couple of guys, but Spytech went like berserk and got us a lot of guys. I cannot look. I'm looking at our team this year, and I was like, "Oh, our floor is 9-8, and our ceiling is 11-6. Now I'm like, our floor is 10-7, and our ceiling's 12-5. We're going to be better, and we're going to be much better and more competitive. Give
Right?
this team one more year. We're not going to be competitive. We're going to be dangerous. We're going to be something to be afraid of. I honestly believe that with this crew, this front office.
I don't wonder. Weird. It
Yeah,
doesn't let me see the chat. It doesn't
I
let
de-
me type.
I definitely believe it too. Like you know, it's a turning point. It's a turning point. It's a uphill point, and the like you said, the talent, the depth that we haven't had, the amount of quality players, the high character players. Like you hear, if you go back to last year and the year before, it seemed like some of the interviews, some of the answers and questions were, um, just not as high class and quality of players like we have this year, right? These guys, they're not talking shit. They're not saying, going wild or, giving predictions. They're just pretty much speaking truth, right? Saying who's grinding, tell, how they feel, how much they're bought in. Everybody talks about how they love Pete Carroll, and I think that's something that, last year they did. A lot of players talked about, the difference of Antonio Pierce, but just the way they talk about Pete Carroll this year just seems so much different to me.
Well, you know what? Realistically, we have
Raf.
improved in the front office, and that has trickled down. Hey, Hawaiian, how's your
What up?
feelings on that?
On most of the stuff. Okay, why is it echoing in here? Just,
Turned down so loud.
Because you need more
I have
plants.
it loud. I just have. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay, sorry. As far as like the coaching staff, I don't really know much about the coaching, just a little bit I've seen on Pete Carroll, and I've just seen a few things on Instagram of like how everybody looks like they're listening to him, how he's, really strict, but not strict, but like he knows his stuff, like the way he talks, he knows his stuff. He doesn't look like he's confused or not knowing what he's doing. Like, and the way they follow him, they look like they're paying attention. They respect him. They're showing initiative more, I think, now than they were with AP, because it seems like I said before, they seemed like AP was more like a buddy and not so much like a coach. And so they didn't really know how to follow him, I think, as much. I think they were kind of all trying to, it felt like they were all going off on their own a little bit last year, and now it feels like they have more structure. They have more, just they're motivated to push themselves this year. They seem like they're all coming together better. They're playing together. They're, the way they're practicing, they're doing that better, and they're just putting in more. They just seem like they have more drive this year.
Well, Pete Carroll has a plan. He's structured. He's been doing this for a long time. The man's 73 years old. So, yeah, they're going to follow that. He's been to two Super Bowls. He has a plan laid out in a structure which they're not used to. It
Yeah.
hasn't happened in a long time. Okay.
I just think they do look like. I mean, even before Josh McDaniels,
Oh, that.
who was it? Who was it before Josh McDaniels? What the hell, John Gruden? Even with Gruden, like yes, they followed Gruden and they listened to Gruden, but it just seems like this year they just look like they're working harder and better because they seem like they respect the coach more
Well,
compared to every other year, and
but
not
Pete
like as
Carroll's
a person, but as a coach. I think they respect him more as a coach compared to the other coaches in the past,
but Pete Carroll's always been known as a player's coach.
and
Okay.
that's awesome.
When he was in Seattle, because he's really good with defensive players, he created the Legion of Boom, unleashed Marshawn Lynch, Ashton Genty. He had a structure and everything laid out. He dipped out, went to USC, won a national championship with this team. Okay, he knows how to win.
I'm good, Samuel. Sorry.
And that's why we are much more. We have a freaking plan for the first time in years.
Salute, y'all. Oh. Why do I have to have hot flashes like right now? Swear to God.
You're going through that?
Oh yeah, menopause is a fucking bitch.
My
Bro.
wife's going
Evil.
through it.
Oh,
My
it
my
is
wife's
evil.
going through that. And actually, because I had prostate cancer, they had to inject stuff in me.
It's insane.
I had to go through it for 2.5 years.
So you know.
And I'm one of the few men who can say, damn, I understand.
Yeah.
Because of the cancer, they had to inject these time release caps in my stomach over a 2.5-year period. And that is part of my treatment.
Yeah.
I had to go through it. And my wife goes through it. And I spoil her rotten to make sure the fan's in front of her. Because I'm like, I don't want to get decapitated.
Yeah, no. Yeah, oh my God. When I was living in Hawaii, I started going through it in April and like right around my birthday. And I was like, really? Thanks, universe, for telling me I'm getting old. But it just, as soon as it kicked in Hawaii, it's all outdoor living where I was at. So there was no air conditioner. It was just the windows and the screens. You're like, please, God, just murder me. Just murder me.
Let me run outside when it rains for an hour.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. And every man in the chat's going, what the hell? No, my wife's going through that. I went through it for 2.5 years because of the injections I had to take.
On a side note, I gotta show y'all these dabs.
People are talking. You're so rude.
Sorry, I'm ADHD. I'm listening.
Good
I'm listening.
But you're talking to other people in your chat when there's people talking. That is disrespectful, man. Have some class. Thank you.
Don't be a dick. I was trying to respond. I feel like I'm ignoring people when I don't respond.
You could type to them. You could type to them.
I can't type. It's not giving me the option to type.
You can't respond to them while somebody's
I have no way to
trying
type.
to talk. But thank you.
I have no way to type.
Continue, OG. Sorry.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. I had to go through it myself. One of the side effects of cancer treatment was these injections of what they call Eligard, and
is it related to estrogen?
It causes men to go through hot flashes.
Okay.
And I would go back to the VA hospital, and the nurse would go, "Oh, you're on your 4th one. How you liking the hot flashes?" Like, shut the fuck up and give me the goddamn shot. Leave me alone.
You're like, no.
One right now.
You're like, leave me alone.
Yeah, that happens. Certain type of cancers, you have to go through that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife goes through it, and we both are sympathetic to each other big time. And when I see that she's going through it, I can tell. And I throw the fan on her and just like, hey, here.
I bet she appreciates that.
You need an ice pack. And
what a guy.
No, you put the ice pack on your core, it cools you down. And I know when she's going through it, and she understands, like, oh shit, he's going through it with me. So we did that.
Nice.
So when I said I understand, she knows, like, oh yeah, that fucker understands.
That's funny. You know, another way to cool yourself down.
It's not funny.
It's funny, but it's funny, but it's good that somebody can relate. But no, another way to cool yourself down is your wrists. Like, make sure your wrists are cooled down. It cools your body temperature down.
Your feet.
You have a cold.
Well, your feet too,
frozen.
yeah. But...
If you take a towel, throw it in the freezer dry, and then throw it down the front of your shirt. It drops your core temperature so fast. Fuck the wrists. It gets your whole core cooled down.
Your feet are always a good thing too. If you put a cold rag on your feet, especially if you got a fever, it drops it instantly. Like your feet and your head are the most hottest points. But.
Right, but your hot flash is core. It spreads from your core. Throw that cold towel down your front of your shirt, and just like everything cools off.
I think Chef sounds like Tony Chef wanted to do that today, working in his shop in the
108 degrees.
108 degrees. You should take some advice, get a cold towel, put it down your shirt, my guy.
Right.
You might be in
worked-
shock though, like fucking
I've
after
worked
that.
in hot temperatures outside before, and we would throw our towels in a cooler with ice. The ice would melt, but it would cool the towels down. We'd wrap around our neck, shove the rest down our chest. It would soak our shirts, cool us off. And
It works like humidity.
Yeah, 2 hours later, we were getting our next towel because they dried out.
Yep. Shit, not even 2 hours. Live in Needles, California, and see what happens. It gets like 130 degrees there in the summer. It's ridiculous.
I
When
worked
I
in
was there, it was like 121.
I worked in the casinos in Vegas, and on the 50th floor, when it's 120 degrees outside in a dry heat, it was 148 degrees inside some of those rooms.
Yep.
And even with a little, I mean, you couldn't have too big of a fan, but even with the fan blowing in there, it does absolutely nothing when you got steel toe boots, jeans, long sleeves, and a hard hat in 140 something degrees, and they expect you to work 10 hours and produce at the same time.
Yep.
In the Persian Gulf,
Same.
right? 3 months of the summer in the Persian Gulf, 124 degrees, and you're in the Gulf, so the humidity is sick high.
Feels like that here.
There's no relief. Nothing. I tried all kinds of crap. It didn't work. I slept under the torpedo tube outside on the ship with my wool blanket under me to cushion me
Oh my God.
to sleep at night, and would wake up covered in, what do they call that, heat rash,
Oh, geez. What's a torpedo tube?
where you launch torpedoes out from
Oh,
the
shit.
side of a destroyer. I was on a destroyer.
Jeez. That's crazy.
No, what was really crazy is one time in the Persian Gulf, I wasn't on watch. I'm on the fantail of the ship, and all of a sudden I smelled the dust in the air, like something wasn't right. Went up to the bridge,
I'm gonna make it down
Look-
over here. I'm gonna mute this and listen.
looked at the barometer, had dropped 4 points in 30 minutes, according to the last report, and went, "Have you notified the chief?" And the quartermaster on watch said no. So I went and notified the chief, and he came up, looked at it, and said, "Why didn't you tell me this earlier?" I said, "I'm not a watch chief. I could just smell the storm." We went to security alert, battened down all the hatches, got everybody inside the skin of the ship, and 6 minutes later, a sandstorm came wiping across Iran and across the Gulf and sandblasted the side of our ship. And
Damn.
you get crazy weather and get a sandstorm in the Persian Gulf is deadly. It will kill people. And the guy who was on watch, who was telling me, "Oh wow, I'm smarter than you," got demoted, and I ended up having to stand this last 2 hours watch. It was like, son of a bitch. I tried to help, and here I get stuck doing his work. But we got blasted.
Story of my life.
We got blasted by a sandstorm that swept across the Gulf and hit Bahrain, Dubai, all these other places, because it was that powerful. Weather's a bitch.
Yeah, the Mother Nature don't mess around, bro.
No.
Mother Nature. Shout out to my guy. What's about Raf in the building, man? How you feeling?
That's a good
Salute,
one.
Raph.
Give us one of those.
Joe.
Give us one of those NFL speeches about how good we're gonna be this year, man. Go for it.
Yes, I have 5 minutes because I had a show at 11 p.m. Eastern time. But to be honest, right now, this training camp is built different. We just see a lot of battles, including Jack Batch versus Dante Garton Jr. But in this,
Yeah.
we're getting more focused, we're getting more ready. Forget about all this drama, forget about Christian Wilkins, because we're gonna build it better. Because it is no time for excuses, it is time to rebuild anything better. Because what happens at about like the last season is over. Because right now it is the revenge season. Because
Yes.
better watch out. You better watch out because we got wide receivers coming hot. We got running backs coming in hot. We
Whew.
got quarterbacks. We got Matt Crosby. I mean, what can I say about it? This time is no excuses at all because we're about to beat the fuck out of the competition.
Yes. Yes. Let's go. Raph with one of those John Gruden speeches. Let's go.
I remember when Rafucho was a Carolina
Exactly,
Panthers fan back in the day, and I brought him over here to the dark side.
Oh, so here's your Obi-Wan master over here. Brought you to the dark side, Raph?
Oh yeah, and
That's it.
I remember watching a documentary about him
But
back when he lived in, was it Venezuela? Rafucho.
Exactly.
He was in
Yes.
a documentary about when he lived in Venezuela, and he was dealing with disabilities that you could tell were in the documentary, and now he's a shit talking fucking mad ass motherfucker who don't fucking act like he had anything wrong.
welcome to the nation, my guy.
You had autism, yes, and it was disabling. And I watched that documentary. I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened to this guy? Because this motherfucker don't have them disabilities anymore. He's a shit talking fucking
Yes.
Raider
Yes.
jerk. And I love it. That's my little brother right there. That's
Yeah.
my bro.
Yeah.
I protect him.
Raph's like a little
If
brother
you
too.
fuck with
I love Raph.
If you fuck with Raffa, you fuck with me. That's the way I was.
Be right back.
I got into a chat one on a channel, and somebody attacked me, and Raffa went after his ass like a fucking rabid pit bull.
Let's go.
And
Yeah.
I was like,
Wow.
this motherfucker don't play.
Raph said, "Don't fuck with the master, Padawan." Yeah.
No, he
maybe
just,
maybe you
the
could
guy
fix my.
attacked me being a veteran.
Oh, that's
Raffa
yeah.
and
Yeah, that's
Jack
some
Hanna
bullshit.
went after him like fucking rabid pit bulls, tearing me off the bone. They did not fucking play with this guy. I'm like, I'm fucking done.
Right?
And these guys went after him. And Raffa was like, damn, this dog don't fucking play.
Raph's
He's
like a
like-
rabid pit bull.
You fuck with OG, you fuck with me. And I always said that. You fuck with Raffa, you fuck with me. We got kinship.
Yeah. I like Raph. I'm always trying to keep him positive over there on X. You know, he always getting in his head, but you know,
Exactly.
we get to him. We get to him.
I got a way to fix that. Get off X. It's a damn sewage dump. X is a toxic waste dump. Get
Yeah.
away from X. Get away from X. X is trash.
I don't understand it. Everybody's I didn't mean to cut you off, but everybody's says people attack them in the comments and talk shit. I post so much shit on X and I get nothing. I get no replies. I get no comments. I just get views. Like nobody says shit. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
And I was like, fuck no, I'm out. And I canceled my shit. X is trash. But I'm gonna tell you now, Raffa and I got a kinship. We got a friendship that goes way back. Okay. And you fuck with Raffa, you fuck with me. But here's the thing I found out last year. Fuck with me. You fuck with Raffa.
Fuck with Raph too, right?
And he's a pit bull.
Hey, I gotta head out because right now I got a show at 10 p.m. Well, 11 p.m. So salute to y'all, and of course, I got one more thing to say: do not fuck with the Raider Nation, motherfuckers, because we are everywhere.
I'll be on your show in a minute, Raffa.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Love you, brother.
Y'all go check out Raf. Salute my guy. Appreciate you pulling up, dropping in.
I'm serious. I watched this documentary about him when he was trying to become a sportscaster in Venezuela.
Yeah.
And he could barely talk. He could not address people. Couldn't look them in the eye. Nothing. And I was like, holy shit.
I didn't know this about
Now,
Raf.
this motherfucker, he's our motherfucker now. He went to Raider Nation and went, fuck you. I found my voice, and I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. If you go and look him up and find the documentary, you're going to be like, that's not the same guy. Yes, it is. He's changed in a good way. He don't fucking play. He went from someone who could hardly speak to someone who will like kill your ass with violent words.
yeah, and his English is getting better too, a lot better. You know,
I love that guy.
A lot better, and you know, shout out to Raf. A lot of people don't know this, but I believe I think he was the first content creator that reached out to me and said, "Hey man, you want to come on my show?" So it was either the first or second. So you know, shout out to Raf for helping me get my name out there. You know, yeah.
Hey, you want to come on my show?
Yeah, anytime, bro. Anytime.
I'm gonna restart. I'm looking for the right size table to put my stuff on. It's hot here, and I've got 2 air conditioners in the room that I do it in. No AC, so I have the fan on. But it's gonna be me, you, and my buddy Jack Kenna. We do a show called Dos Pendejos in a chat room.
Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime, let me know. You said you don't.
Both of you on.
Yeah,
I don't care.
You said you don't have.
You and her.
You don't have any.
I don't really know much about football.
God, your thing is loud. Turn that down.
I did. It's not.
Oh, turn your volume down on your headphones.
I don't know how to do that.
You're trying to blow my old ass ears out.
Hold on, 1 second. Let me do my audio.
Her sound is fine.
That's better. That's a little better.
Is that better?
Yeah, if you talk like that, you can't yell.
Oh my God.
You can't get excited.
I can't help that.
Start squirting all over the place.
Hey, if you want to learn Hawaiian, if you want to learn the history of the Raiders, go to my channel and watch the videos.
Yes.
So that's
I'm a
the
Raiders
problem.
historian. I'm a Raiders historian.
That's the problem. Rebel tells me that all the time. Go watch this, go watch that. I'm like, okay. Attention span of a squirrel on Ice Age, and then where's my net? I mean,
I'm just saying.
She is definitely the dog on the Looney Tunes. Squirrel.
If you watch, I got a couple videos. One I did 3 years ago. I interviewed the best storyteller in the NFL, which is Phil Villapiano. Old school Raiders stuff, talks about our history. Okay, tells it. We got an exclusive story from him on that video. If you watch, I've interviewed old school Raiders.
Didn't he?
You'll learn about our history.
Yes.
And my videos aren't that long, okay, but you will learn enough to go, oh fuck. I'm on the right.
Well, it wasn't so much that. It was this year I just kind of learned what a intercept, or I mean a 10 yard, or I mean a first down was.
Okay.
So I'm more so learning just about football in general. I don't understand like positions and stuff like that. So I'm still kind of learning about it. I just got the NFL.com thing, and so I'm trying to slowly like learn. I don't understand like stats and stuff, but things I do understand is like what I see and how they play and like how I've seen them progress. Like the reason I'm so adamant about Aiden O'Connell is because I see how he started as a rookie when he first came out, because that's when I first started really paying attention to football. And then after that, I seen how much he grew within the first year and how much he started changing and like following Tom Brady and just studying with him and just learning and progressing. And that's why I'm so... I know everybody's like, oh, it's because Rebel, but it's not. I think he should be the starter. I don't think Gino should be the starter. I think Aiden should be the starter because the kid never got the chance in the first place. He should have got the chance last year. He shouldn't have had to wait over Garner. Like, that was shit. If he would have got a chance, he wouldn't have somebody else as a quarterback this year. Aiden would have shown himself. That's my opinion.
He'll get his time.
It'll come.
I want you to go to the
It'll
YouTubes and say, teach me about football positions. Simple, right? There's cartoons. They will run you through it in 5 minutes. So
Where?
YouTube.
Just ask for, like, teach me about football positions.
Right.
Okay.
And you're going, or football positions.
I should know it because my son played football, but I was just like,
no.
It's
Go
just
to
a football
those,
ball.
and you will.
But if you see
learn
Christian Wilkins on any of
5-minute
those, do not click on it.
They'll have 5-minute videos that will teach you.
So is he really gay? Because, like, they were saying, well, I was gonna say I don't think he is. Like, I
Who
think
knows?
I think
Who
the
knows?
media is just pushing it to make him
Whoa,
look bad. Honestly,
Wait.
Christian Wilkins. I'm
What's
saying.
that? What's it matter?
Well,
Yeah,
no, it doesn't
we
matter.
had
But I
a
mean, why
player.
are they pushing it to make it look bad? That's the thing that I hate about the media is whether he's gay or not, that's
Why?
his business. He can enjoy it. But it's the fact that the media is like, oh, now he's like Diddy style. Like, they're just pushing it to make him look bad since they got rid of him, and I don't like that.
We had a player who came out openly gay a few years back.
Carl
There's nothing wrong
Nassib.
with that, though. I have a cousin that's gay.
Okay, I got no beef with that.
And then he
Yeah.
got cut, which was bullshit. He was
See,
doing
that's not
Was
right.
bullshit.
he was doing
but-
good for us, man. He was
But-
playing his ass off.
But Christian Wilkins is not just gay; he's a predator.
Oh.
When he played for Clemson, there was
Okay,
a
see, that's
video where
different.
he tackled a guy to the ground and then shoved his hand between the guy's ass cheeks. There was a
Oh, that
time
is not okay.
when he played for Miami, tackled their Bills quarterback Josh Allen and grabbed his junk. He's not.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not
okay.
gay.
No,
That is
that's
a
different.
violating
That's
predator.
different.
That's
No,
a
I
predator.
thought they were just pushing it to make it look like he was gay or something. Because
That
all I
is
seen was the
a-
picture of him kissing Hunter Renfro's forehead or some shit.
That's a predator.
Okay, I didn't know
not.
that. Oh, that's not.
Look,
no.
We had a guy who was gay, okay, Carl Nassib, who contributes. And
There's
helped
nothing. Yeah, there's
found
nothing
the
wrong with
Trevor
anybody being gay.
Foundation. He was okay. I can live with that, but a guy who's a predator.
Yeah, that's different. No, that's different. I did not know he was a predator. I only knew about him kissing kissing fucking Hunter Renfro's head, like the forehead on
Again,
Twitter.
this is all alleged. I mean, a kiss on a forehead.
No,
is
that's
not,
why I thought
Yeah,
they were
but
trying. No, I know,
nothing.
but
Okay,
I'm saying the way they were
crazy.
making
Like,
it look is what I'm saying.
Let's throw some disclaimers out
But
there
No,
for
I'm
me.
saying it's like to make it look like he was gay.
On film, if you're digging another man's ass, or on
Yeah, no,
film,
that's not
grabbing
okay.
a man's junk, that's not.
That's a little foo poo unless the other person's enjoying it.
Neither one of them did. They got up and tried to fight.
I don't think he was probably happy. I don't think he was very
Energy.
happy.
You never know.
A man who violates people is not.
Yeah, no, that's not okay at all.
Well, I mean, like you said, Carl Nassib was on the team. I mean, there was no reports of anything or even anybody knew until he came out. Like, that was his own thing. Like, there's a difference. It's the same thing with men, right? You don't just go hitting on women because you're a man, right? You don't. Same thing with. They do, but just like go hit on like everybody. Like, it should be the same thing. Like, just because you like men doesn't mean men are gonna like you, right? And not everybody is gay, so like pushing that shit on people, or even if you're not, it's
You never push anything on anyone.
again, it's a shitty situation. And then we seen the video with him sticking his finger up somebody's ass, or grabbing a crotch or whatever. Like, that's freaky shit. It says
I
a
never
lot.
seen that
And
video, so
like I said,
to be fair.
they're saying they're saying there's a lot more that will probably surface from other shit. But when a player goes to HR, right, like you said, a player when they go to HR instead of, that means they probably already went to the coach, or maybe have went to the coach in the past and said something about it and nothing was done about the situation, or maybe they didn't, maybe they just tolerated it and it felt like if they went to the coach that it would be brought up in the locker room for the players and the players would know who did it. So I'm thinking maybe they just went to HR and filed a complaint so it'd be anonymous, right? So nobody would know, which player did it, because if you tell a coach, it's going to be kind of hard to, you don't want the coach looking at you in a different way if it was just playing around or fun and games, and you don't want the players looking at you different. So it's a shitty situation. But I think what brought the most to light was Adam Butler. When Adam Butler today in his interview, he said, he don't want to speak on it. He don't want to talk on it, which I really don't either. I don't know why we're talking about it. I said last night I wasn't going to talk about it no more until the trial was done and the results were in, right? The verdict was in. But I really feel like, I forgot what I was going to say. I really feel like, with Christian Wilkins that it said, the fuck, I don't even know, I forgot what I was gonna say, but going to HR like that and it's hard to say if you told a coach or if you didn't tell a coach, or if there was other players involved. But they with them saying that other stuff is going to come out and be released, I think it's going to be stuff that maybe some people don't want to be out there. And was it one player, was it two players, was it a couple players, or because it just seems weird for
like
a kiss on the forehead and
What the fuck? Sorry.
and tickling somebody's feet, which is just weird all around. But it just seems like the whole scenario just is is kind of weird, and there has to be more to it. Like, you don't get rid of a guy like that.
I didn't see those
with
videos.
the injury or with not an injury in a situation like that. So it sucks mainly for Christian Wilkins, right? Because now you're all over media, you're all over social media, you're going viral with people, like I've been doing, making comments, and it's disrespectful, right? Because again, it's all alleged and it's all accusations that we don't really know, the truth, but you do see the pictures, like you said, of him reaching down and grabbing somebody's crotch and shit, and that just doesn't look good, bro. It doesn't look good in the NFL. It doesn't look good.
Well, here's the thing, though. Let's be real. If you're gay, none of my business.
Yeah, nobody cares.
If you harass people, fuck you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is don't shove it down people's throat like mainstream media does with the whole gay pride agenda and the LGBTQ or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
but
let's be real.
They shove that shit. They push that shit on people, and I don't think people should do that. Like,
Sorry, one sec. Sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's funny that you say that, because somebody came on my channel. They're like, what do you think of this side? And I said, listen, I'm not going to sit here and support the LGBTQ, whatever the hell you are. I said, if you're straight, cool. If you're gay, cool. If you want to kiss boys or girls or aliens, that's your business. But you don't need to make a parade about it. You don't see us going around saying, hey, look, we're straight. Like, who the fuck needs to promote it? Like, enjoy your sex life and keep it to yourself. It's not meant to be. Even in the Bible, it is not meant to be put out there. You're supposed to keep your stuff private. And I know
here's the thing about
but
that.
that's different.
Here's the thing. What the fuck? Okay.
I'm just
if
saying,
you're
I don't promote.
if you're gay, do you affect my life?
No, exactly. So why are you worried about it?
Well,
none of my fucking business.
Exactly. That's exactly what I say. It is none of my business what you do in the privacy of your own home or wherever you do it. But you don't need to make a parade about it. You don't see straight people going around going like, oh my God, I'm straight. I need to do this. Why promote it? Like, keep it to yourself.
What's
if you're
the
gay,
Macy?
cool. If you're the whole parades and stuff,
Whoa.
it's all just to get attention. It's the whole new teenage or younger generation.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, it's all
mainstream
just
media.
and shit, just promoting it to make it a big deal.
You
Like,
see
if
the
you're gay,
Macy's.
cool.
You see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade every year,
No, I
right?
haven't seen it in years.
Okay.
Years, not since I was little.
Okay. Here's the thing. Gay people stay to their own. Trans people stay to their own. They're not
Yeah.
the boogeyman. They're not the monsters.
Nope.
They're not the ones trying to indoctrinate shit.
No, it's the
If
media.
you
They
want
try
to
to
look
put it
at
on
who's
everybody.
trying to pick up teenage girls, look at the Republican Party.
Oh, yes.
These motherfuckers get busted every week.
Oh, yeah. Political parties are insane.
Right.
They're
And
insane.
why is it you hold the RNC in a certain city and grinder crashes? Oh, because these motherfuckers are all hitting on other men.
You all right there, Rebel?
Their website gets overwhelmed and crashes because the RNC is the party of the perverts.
Yeah.
And then you got guys like, I'm sorry, my senator.
I was just trying to wonder when the wheels fell off this bitch.
My senator,
Right.
Lindsey
I was like, did
Graham.
you just fall over?
Lindsey Graham's
No, man, this.
my senator. Dude, come out the other side. We won't hate you. You know, where you're at, you're gay as shit. You know it. And you won't fucking
I have a cousin
give
that's
gay
gay. I have no problem with
rights
people gay.
because
Like, I
you're
have tons of
so-
friends that are gay. I live in Florida, bro. There's a lot of gay
I
people
have
here.
no
Like, I love
problem
gay
with gay
people.
people.
They're the best shoppers, just so you know. Gay dudes are awesome as shit.
Okay, but the moral of the story is
I was-
no,
whether-
pedophiles are
I was
different.
in the
no
art
whether you're
business for 9
you're
years.
you're gay or you're not gay, you don't touch another man. You don't invade
not
another
unless
man's
they're
space,
asking for it.
or if you're a woman, you don't invade another woman's
You don't
space.
invade
Like, you don't
anybody,
put your
whether
hands.
you're a woman or
You don't
man.
put your. You shouldn't. It's not a point about being gay or not. It's a respect thing. Like it's trying to bully somebody. If somebody told you don't fucking
Facts.
kiss me, don't tickle my feet, don't fucking put your hands on me, and you're still putting your
Oh,
hands
no,
on
that's
somebody,
definite. That's
it
just
has,
disrespect.
it has no,
Yeah.
It has nothing to
Yeah.
do with their gender or what they believe or their sexual preference. It has to do with respect, and that's a respect thing. Like people in the
1000%.
locker room, are grown men, and if somebody tells you don't touch me, don't put your hands on me, don't play with me, I ain't to be played with, then don't fucking play with me. Like I'm the same way, bro. Like don't be playing with me. But it's. Can we move on from this subject? Because this is not
doesn't
a football
matter.
subject.
Oh, yeah, no. But, no, it's true that
Doesn't
nobody should do
matter
that. Ever.
It doesn't matter if you're gay or straight.
You should never violate another
You
person's
sexually
space.
harass someone,
Yeah, do you,
You
man?
are
Do
a
you?
fucking
100%.
You should never violate
do
another
not
person's
violate
space.
other people's rights. You're gay or straight. Do not violate other people's rights.
I'm not sure, Tony Chef. I don't know if Butler spoke on any. I didn't watch anything today either.
Yeah, what did you
He
say?
was saying that did Butler speak on something?
Yeah, Butler. Thank you, Chef. Butler talked a lot. He talked a lot about bringing Tonka Hemingway. Them constantly asking questions about all the guys. JJ Pegues asking questions. They said a lot of guys, not just on the D line, are looking to him for leadership. He also said that he loves the fact that he's still pissed off from last year not getting to be that third down guy every single play and every snap. He wants to be out there, and he believes he's that guy. He's still pissed off. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's taking a big step being a leader. So man, a big huge step for Adam Butler. And Adam Butler said one of the biggest things that we haven't talked about yet. That was part of the show that's going on for 3 hours. Shout out to everybody still in the building. Those have been with me for this long. For the new people, like, subscribe. We don't always talk about topics like
this is
this
random.
usually ever, but it came up with people on the show. It is what it is. But I found really, really, really interesting that Adam Butler said when he was asked what players on the offensive line he's been going against really impress him, and he said, first off, Jackson Powers Johnson, JPJ is my guy. He said that's my dog, and Jordan Meredith. He said those are the two guys that I like. And he said, but as far as Jackson Powers Johnson goes, he said he sees him being an All-Pro guard, one day. Now I don't know if that was a slip up, if he meant to say center, or what was going on with that, but I thought that was very telling for Adam Butler to say he thinks JPJ is going to be, a first-team All-Pro guard eventually when he plays center. And now Jordan Meredith has been taking, reps at the center position, and JPJ's not even been in there, so hasn't been moved to the guard. He's just been completely out running with the second team. So, yeah, a lot of shit Adam Butler said. So go watch it. It was very, very the whole actually all of them. Pete Carroll, everything he said today was fire. A couple things gave me goosebumps, had me fired up. I was, I could listen to Pete Carroll talk forever. I wish I could be a fly on the wall in that locker room. But yeah, Adam Butler has some damn good things to say. It looks like he's fired up. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he's ready to go, and he's ready to bring the young guys with him. So, and then he said, if that's all, I'm out. Because after he said JPJ was going to be a damn good guard and an All-Pro, he's like, can I say I have no more further answers, and left. So I don't know if it was a mistake that he said that, because it's kind of weird that him being his guy and saying, like, that's his boy, his buddy, and then saying he's going to be an All-Pro guard. Like, do they know something we don't know? Do the Raiders possibly move JPJ back to guard? How do you feel about that, OG?
JPJ is competing right now, and everybody's like, oh, he's going to be the center. Shut up. If there's competition at center and there's somebody better and they got to move him back out to guard, do I have a beef with that? Hell no. Now understand, Adam Butler and Jenkins 2 years ago were the highest scoring defensive linemen in the NFL. And I expect a fumble recovery touchdown from him this year because he set the bar. But realistically, if JPJ gets beat up for the job, I'm taking the better guy.
Right.
And if he doesn't, I'm taking him. I don't care. I want the best guy in every spot.
Bueno, what's good? Yeah, I mean, some people are going to probably hate me for this, and they might even unsubscribe because, the feelings people get in the nation.
Don't worry about it. There's more.
Right? There's more. But, I've said this before, that JPJ looked very good at guard, and I think next to Colton Miller, I kind of liked what they had going on there. Now, he was a better center than Andre James, a way better center even in his first couple games, but he also has that temper and that finish the play that kind of got us a little bit of trouble penalty wise, where even the refs had to go over there and tell the coach, hey, you got to have that man calm down a little bit. So I wouldn't mind JPJ playing at guard, because I think Will Putnam, who was the backup center last year, and if they decide to put my guy Jordan Meredith, at center, I'm down with that too. He's, they're both just as physical. Will Putnam is a dominant center. He has every record there is for center. He played the most games for Clemson in college. There's only one other player that has more snaps than him as a center. He played, both all three positions: guard, right guard, left guard, and center. So I wouldn't mind JPJ, like you said, the best player available. And I think Will Putnam needs more looks with the first team reps to see if he could possibly handle it. Because I wouldn't mind, if that was the case, I wouldn't mind seeing some reps out there with Will Putnam at center, with Jackson Powers Johnson as left guard, and Jordan Meredith as right guard, out there with DJ Glaze and Colton Miller. I think that would be a a dominating front line because Will Putnam is I do believe 320 pounds are up there, you know, kind of a bigger guy, 6'2", not too high, 6'2", 3'6", 4", whatever. And then you got Meredith and JPJ on the other side. I think that would be a dangerous offensive line. So, like you said, wherever they're better, and I'm not going to panic like most people. I've already seen people saying, JPJ has to be the center, and if he doesn't, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the coaching staff, like they don't know what they're doing and shit. Like, I've already seen that garbage. And so far, Geno Smith, and everything else after that, it's a competition. That's what compete means, right?
Right.
But somebody asked JPJ why should you be the center of this team? And he said, because I'm psycho. But if you put me at guard, I can be a psycho there too.
He's psycho.
But he's been studying and learning from who? Richie Incognito.
Yeah.
A true psycho. He's not gonna be falling away from the team. He'll play one position or another, but he's gonna get freaking psycho. That's good. Unleash him.
Right?
Unleash him.
Yeah, unleash him wherever you can put him. But like I said, I feel comfortable with him playing either guard position, and Meredith or Kappa. I'm not as comfortable with Kappa, but Meredith or some of these guys out there, I'd be totally fine with. So I'm not going to panic, if JPJ is moved to a guard position and not the center position. But if one of our best offensive linemen, Jordan Meredith, right? He was the best offensive lineman we had last year. Like I said before, he was ranked in the top 10, and some people have him top 5 offensive guard in the NFL last year. That's big praises. So if that dude, if they feel like they can move him to center and he's better at that position, I'm all in with whatever Pete Carroll and these coaches decide. I'm not critiquing this year like I have in the past. I've been like, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? How come this guy's not playing? This year, I'm staying away from that shit. I think Pete's the captain of this ship, and he knows what the hell he's doing.
Do you think they're going to sign Jack Beck? No, I mean,
they already signed him.
I mean, like in a position?
Yeah, he's done.
Nice.
He signed for 3 years.
Sick.
Let's talk about defensive line.
Max Crosby.
Okay. Let's talk about Tyree.
I don't know very many players.
Tyree Wilson has been out there killing.
Oh, I was talking about him yesterday and I accidentally said Tyrell. Really?
Tyree is out there killing it, okay? Let me explain how this works. Your game is won in the trenches. If you got a good offensive line and a good defensive line, everything else is just frosting on the cake. Okay.
Thanks.
Tyree's been out there killing it, and everybody's like, oh, wait, where'd he come from? He was injured his first year, thrown in the fire his second year, and had to learn. And this year he's been learning from Max Crosby. He's a dangerous man.
Yeah. Dangerous.
He
man.
is not.
He's a deadly weapon.
If you got your offensive line and defensive line that fucking evil, badass, and deadly,
I know, I'm excited.
You win games. The game is in the trenches. The players outside of that
Hollywood Squares
don't have, and your defensive players don't have to spend as much time covering people. Your offensive players have all the time in the world for deal with covering people.
Okay.
I'm always been a build the offensive and defensive line from free agency to get the skill players in the draft, just my own philosophy. But we got offensive and defensive.
Hockey is better. Sir.
are scary. I really like where we're headed. Oh shit! It's 11:37 here in the East Coast.
You better get to bed.
My ass needs to go to bed.
Better get to bed, OG.
Goddamn,
Mom's gonna be emailing me and saying you kept him up all night. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Hey, love you, brother. Love you,
Hey,
sister.
appreciate you, my guy. We gotta do this again.
Yes, sir.
I'm subscribed to you
Yes.
now. And
Yeah, I will go watch your videos too
hey.
to learn some stuff.
we're gonna I'm sure we'll talk again, all of us. Love you guys. Hey, everybody in the chat, love you, because you guys contribute more than anyone else. Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Appreciate you.
And
Good night, sir.
Yeah, make sure to email
You guys
me.
make sure to subscribe to each person's
so
channel.
we can get in touch. I need to fix this. I don't know why you have a line through your
I do
face.
not know. I think it's because the chat.
It's not the first time you had white on your chin.
Very funny. No, for some odd reason it wouldn't let me chat on the Restream this time. I had to go to YouTube to chat.
I don't know, but man, I love y'all. There's 15 people in here. I hate to get off, but 3 hours into this shit, my ass hurts, my back hurts, and my balls are gonna explode.
You have a good night.
I'm just saying. So appreciate you.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on. We'll do this again. Peace. Man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with your guy this long. Shout out to the 19 people in the building. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, follow. If you like this kind of content, there will be more. There will be more guests. We have some big things in the works before the season is starting. But I'll leave you with this. How good do you really feel this team can possibly be? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know at the end. Come back, comment, rewatch the video. Love y'all. Bless y'all. Stay blessed. Much love. Raiders. Peace. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind and your body. Much love.